protecting your children from the internet is a losing strategy, because once the social media and internet world was set into motion, it has continued to be in motion. It's not something that you just wake up one day and hear that, oh, there's no longer internet, there's no longer social media. It is already there. And then if you now tell yourself that, oh, you're not going to give your child access to smartphones, access to the internet, it's very okay, but that alone is a losing strategy, because at the end of the day, they have friends with smartphones, they have friends with television, they have friends with tablets, they have friends that have access to these things, and probably their own friends' parents, the parents of these their other friends, might not be protecting them from the internet. So what do you do in such situation? It's not something that you should be worried about. Honestly, it's not something that you should be worried about. What you have to understand is that you are the main person in the picture as a parent. Remember, your child is still your child. They are still under your surveillance, under your guidance, under your leadership. Whatever you say has potential to be. So the problem that most parents usually have is that they lose focus. They lose that sense of responsibility. They forget that they are still the parent of that child. They forget that they have what it takes to put that child on the right track. They forget that whatever that child, that they are responsible for that child. That's just the word. That's just the word. So when you wake up and you find out that your child is your responsibility, you will automatically, naturally know that you have to protect your child from the internet with the right means. Totally avoiding them from the internet will not work. But you have to do some explanation. Explanation, guys. Explanation is what is going to make the work easier for you. Explain to them why the internet is both a weapon and a tool. Explain to them. That is why I encourage parents to be seekers of knowledge themselves, because you will have a lot of explanations to do. If you want to train your child well, and you don't want your child to resent you for trying to prevent them from having certain lifestyles, then understand that you will have a lot of explanation to do. Because without those explanations, your child is going to think that you don't love them. And you don't want that either. You don't want that for yourself. This is a child that you want the best for himself. You want the best thing to happen to your daughter. But your daughter is somewhere thinking that you don't love him or you don't love her. So, get knowledge. Be a person of knowledge yourself. Don't leave this knowledge thing to teachers. Don't say, oh, they have private tutors. Don't do that. You are a parent for a reason. These children have your genes in them. They have their unique DNA, and that DNA was gotten from you, the parent. So, if you tell your child that, if you tell yourself that you can teach your child is going to be well taught. If you tell yourself that you can teach your child and then apply the principles of teaching children, that child is going to grow up becoming the best version of themselves. It's as simple as it is. The problem is that people are not paying attention. People don't want to take that responsibility. They want to leave it to maids, their maids at home. They want to leave the training, the grooming of the minds of their children to teachers, to the Sunday school teachers on Sunday. That's terrible. That's terrible parenting. That is a terrible sort of parenting. Peace out.